Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Tech Talk with Johnny Sanders. Thank you for joining Truth in Life today. And I appreciate all of your feedback, all of your wonderful comments and requests. And this episode today is one of the requests that has been submitted to me. And as I've shared with you guys previously in other videos, I have my AI certification, and I've attached it to the beginning of this video so that way you can see that that is legit. And I'll share a little bit of my experiences. I have two projects that I want to just share with you um, regarding AI and machine learning and what we did as a team. Okay. And again, before we get into it, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please share this channel with others so that one, I can help other people learn and grow and not be afraid of technology. And it's something that's as big and strong as AI. I just want to help and help give people an idea, a blueprint, some guidance on what AI specifically is about. So please help me spread the love, spread the wealth as I share with you in this particular topic. Okay? So with that being said, guys, let's get started. And I took some notes so I would make sure that I don't disclose the project or the company's pertinent information. As I always try to do is be careful and not disclose what other businesses personally have done to protect them, to protect me, and protect others, because I have integrity. I have good character. I want to be able to share and help others grow without disclosing other companies' personal and sensitive data information. And I think that's only fair, don't you? So, with that being said, I took some notes and I wrote them down. So I'll get my notes and I'll read them to you. So that way I won't say the wrong thing, say too much, because I get excited. I start getting into this information and I just want to share. And sometimes in my sharing, I may slip and say too much information. So I have some protected notes here, so I won't go that far, okay? So there was one particular project recently, and I did some architecture design with machine learning and provided data solutions that was going to be able to help the business grow. And it was designed to help the business grow, the department grow. And so I just want to make sure that when I provided the scalable data architecture, it was something that was going to also impact the storage. So I'll call this data ingestion and storage architecture, okay? And again, we're using machine learning and AI and tools that machine learning encapsulates, right? So this one, the total objective was to capture and store data from various sources in a scalable and secure manner. That's always important. You want to be able to move data quickly and secured as possible. And in the multiple projects that I've worked with, that's always been a high priority, and it should be, because again, as I've shared, there's so many different people out here with the wrong mindset that instead of helping people with their business and their technology, they find it more enjoyable to damage your data or destroy your data or take your data and use it or sell it for their own personal gain and good. And that's always a bad thing. So with data ingestion and storage, so the components that for data sources was used for various sources such as IoT devices, Internet of Things, databases, which I've mentioned before, MySQL, Dynamo database, web apps, and third-party APIs. And I've shared before how APIs is used to transfer data ingestion tools. So Apache Kafka is a tool that we've used multiple times. AWS Kinesis, real-time data, Google Pub or Sub for real-time data streams, Apache Nephi for both processing. Data storage that we use was Data Lake, Amazon S3 buckets, Google Cloud Storage, or and we use Microsoft Azure Data Lake Storage for raw data storage. Okay, we use as a data warehouse Amazon Redshift, Google BigQuery, and Microsoft Azure Synapse for analytics that basically help with the structured and processed data. Okay, when you get further into it, you'll see there will be structured data and unstructured data. And that's a whole different topic. Architecture diagram. So this is the way the process flowed, okay, to help you. So the data source, the IoT database APIs, it would basically take that data, send that data to Kafka and Kinesis, where the data would be ingested, and then it would go to a data lake bucket, S3, Glacier, ADLS, and the data would also, once it gets processed, it would come down and get submitted into a data warehouse, a Redshift, BQ, or Synapse again. So that's the data flow of what we did for data ingestion and storage, but we also have a process behind that, okay? So data processing and transformation of that particular architecture design that I just shared. So the objective of this would be to transform, transfer clean data, ingested data for further analysis for machine learning and modeling and training. Because again, since this is new to a lot of people, AI, machine learning, you want to be able to move the data, secure the data, but you want to be also train your fellow employees, right, that are going to be using this. So the components for doing this in the process. Now this is the process part is ETL, extract, transfer, load data. You'll use the ETL tools, Apache Spark, AWS Glue, Google Dataflow, and or and we use Microsoft Azure Data Factory for data transformation and data transferring of the data. This data transferring, we created a batch processing. Remember, I shared in one of my ETL videos, the ETL process showed batching and how the data would come from multiple sources and would feed into an ETL bucket, if you will. And in the ETL bucket, there was a process that would take these multiple streams of data. It would come in different formats, and basically it would put in one format and then send the data out to the data warehouse or um, the data database. Okay, so that's part of the ETL process. And again, you would use Spark, Glue, Dataflow, ADF. That data would go to the data warehouse, Redshift, the BQ, the Synapse, and then, as I just shared with the ETL data, that information data would be processed and stored in one of the databases, the S3 buckets, the Glacier, ADLS. Okay, so this would basically help you with receiving data, the ingestion of data. It would help data scientists build and train and validate the machine learning modules. Okay. And in the development side, they would use something called Jupyter Notebooks, Google, Caleb, and Microsoft Azure notebooks for interactive development. Okay, so that right there is a real process, real project that I recently worked on that helped us get prepared for a bigger project with machine learning and machine data. And it also helped with just being able to receive data and learn from what we just processed um, and going forward. Because in this particular project, it was myself and another guy, and we had to basically grab the bull by the horns and spearhead this project and document as well as we possibly can to be able to again train others so when they come behind us they will be able to have a good starting point and not trying to figure things out starting from scratch or do parts and bits of the process and then leave certain things out. That always causes you to stumble, fall, and have an unsuccessful project because you're not able to follow a good technique. You're trying to figure it out, right? You're trying to figure it out on the flow, on the go, and you don't have a good process flow and stopping point of what should I do next? Is this the right tool to use? And in this particular project, I gave very specific tools that will help you move forward and not make so many mistakes. Now you will make some mistakes because when it comes to configuration, coding, making the data work for your specific company, that's where you need your developers and your engineers to help um, modify your particular applications and your particular data because every project that I've worked on over the 15 to 20 years, there's always been modification to applications. Every department, every company wants to take an open source app, if you will, or product and customize it to make it fit and work for themselves, right? And that's fair and that's smart because you want to be able to do what you want to do. So you modify your software to fit accordingly. Okay. So now what we want to get into further is the AI life cycle. What does that look like? So I wanted to do this. Again, it was a request, and I took some time to put this together because I want to do this to be able to help as many people as possible. So let's just bear with me and let's get started. So let's see the application AI lifecycle process. So we're going to start with ingestion and preparation, number one. Number two, what we're going to have is discovery and visualization. Okay. Number three, we want to have model productionization. Okay. Number four, we're going to talk about in the process the operations of application with AI. Okay. And fifth, we will have modeling and experimentation. And in this, we will have to have team members, if you will, to help with make this all happen. And the team members may look like your project manager, your business manager, you will have your data engineers, your DBAs, your app developers, data ops engineers, data scientists, data analysts. Those are very, very, very key components and people that you will need to help you in the AI life cycle. So, ingestion and preparation, number one. This is going to consist of scalable batch and streaming ingestion. It's going to consist of visual data flow, editing that particular data, monitoring and feed of the health in real time of that particular data. In the data, you want to be able to search for metadata, lineage data, stats of data, structure of data, and a numerous amount of data. So that means you want to be able to have an avenue to search for it and search for it quickly. Okay? So effective data ingestion and preparation are very crucial components with AI. It's robust and data management, and you need to have a good strategy when you're doing it, when you're building it, when you're preparing to share this with others, right? So I would say first you want to have scalable batch. Remember I talked about ETL. They take batch information and send it out. So you want to have scalable batch and streaming ingestion. You want to definitely have it to where it's available and it's a smooth transition. In the smooth transition, you want it to be scalability uh, properly. You want it to be able to scale up when you need more capacity and scale down when you're not needing so much data load, right? Because for one, you save money in those instances. You want, for the scalability part, you want to be able to handle large data, large volumes of uh, data efficiently, whether it's in batches and or real-time streams. Okay, and you need that scalability to be flexible to accommodate the different data sources and formats. Remember I mentioned ETL. When those batches come in, they're in different formats, and when they go into the ETL bucket process, that all those different formats get formatted into one format, so it'll be able to be received smoothly. And this ensures the comprehensive data is captured and will be able to be processed smoothly. And that's what you want. Secondly, I would say you want visual data flow, editing. So when you get the data, it's user friendly to to see, to view, to manipulate, to change, to correct. Um, and you will have tools that you will be able to use to design and manage the data flows, making it easier for users, end users, operatives to basically understand the data that's coming through the pipeline and send it where it needs to go when they get it. Okay, so data uh, provenance basically tracks the original data starting point, the transformation of that data, ensuring transparency and the traceability throughout the data life cycle. Okay, in that, they will basically grab the data, check the originality of the data, where it is, what it looks like, um, and where it's going to. The machine learning does all that for you. I would say number three would be to monitor feed health in real time. Okay, in real time monitoring, you want to be able to keep track of the ingestion of the data, how it's flowing, how it's coming in, how it's processed, um, in your estimation that, hey, this data came in, it came in on a timely basis. How fast is it being processed? Usually it processes very quickly, so you don't have to necessarily worry about that. If it doesn't process quickly, that's something that you would need to check into, because it shouldn't take a long period of time unless that's expected. Again, the amount of petabytes of data will take some time for data to come across, and your streaming process. All right, but if you have good streaming tools and streaming processes, it should be able to be managed and resolved pretty quickly. Okay, so when certain things happen when data comes across, if it slows down, and I've worked with large data transformation, and there's been processes where the data did slow down, and I'm monitoring it. But also, what we had set up were alerts and notifications. These alerts and notifications was set up to basically let me know when something was disrupting the data or finding some type of anomaly in the feeds that was causing some type of interruption, if you will. So I would basically get these alerts, and then uh, I would do my checks, my research, and find out certain things did happen that caused it to get hung up for whatever reason. And then I would do either some type of caching to clear it, or if there was something that wasn't even supposed to be there, I would halt the product, halt the transformation, delete that record or records that didn't belong or was holding things up. Because sometimes there's data that comes through that you just didn't foresee, but that's what the alerts and transformation notifications are for. Okay. Number four, I would say search metadata for lineage and status. Again, with the notification, once the data came across and was in an S3 bucket, I can go and manage that data, check that data for efficient search, um, and make sure that the content was what we expected, what I expected, um, as I'm monitoring this data. For data lineage, I make sure that I understand the data's journey from beginning to end, the source to the destination. Well, in this particular case, it was pulling data from one database into my S3 bucket, to where from that point I would send the data. After checking and making sure that it was good, then that data would basically be in compliance to move forward to the next phase or the next cycle. Um, I had statistics to help me with insight, basically analyzing the data for ingestion statistics. Um, this helped me to explain how good the process was flowing. It gave me an opportunity to explain the optimization performance of how the data was moving into the S3 bucket. And that's important because you want to be able to say that data came in on the appropriate day that we expected it to. The amount of data was the amount of data that we expected. The the speed and process of which we received that data was appropriate. Okay, if there were any hangups or hiccups, as I mentioned, that's something that you note in your log, so that way, when or if it happens again, they can quickly, if someone comes behind you, you're on a vacation in Hawaii, okay, and this happens, they don't have to call you in Hawaii to say, "Hey, Johnny, what did you do when the data started stalling again or started slowing down?" And I have to take the time, pick up the phone, and brush off the sand off my feet and say, "Hey, this is what you guys need to do." I put in the notes to how to cache the data, remove the data. These are the steps. Instead, it's already documented that if something happens, this is what you do. And that's another good reason why you document what you what you experience to help others behind you. And again, this is teaching moments, training moments. Okay, and the benefits of doing this, you enhance the data quality with ensuring that everything is clean, is accurate. You have reliability, uh, comfort, and confidence that what you've been able to receive and induce, it helps businesses, managers be able to make better decision making, right? So it improves your efficiency. Again, the more you do it, the better you get at it. It helps with thinking of, okay, how can I automate this? Making automation, streamline this particular data in a way that you know that large amounts of data will be ingested and managed and processed properly. Okay, it will give you better compliance when it's auditing times. Keep good records, data improvements. Again, lineage, aiding in regulatory compliance. Right. So when it's auditing time, you're on ready. You everything is in place. You're confident. It's, hey, what are you looking for? What records do you need? Okay, you want our last data um, process feeds? Here you go, right here. You want to see if there were any issues. What are the issues log? There you go. There's your issues log. What did you guys do to resolve these issues? Oh, it's right there. You were able to get it, show it, and keep it moving very, very well. Okay. So our second life cycle for artificial intelligence is discovery and visualization. All right. Discovery and visualization is basically, it's a full text faceted geospaces search engine, right? Real time drag and drop dashboards to make it easy for you, interactive time series analysis, data set ingestion and governance, which you want to make sure you have rules around your data. Again, for when auditing time comes, that's going to be very, very important. Build, share, and annotate dashboards. Okay, so you want to effectively discover and visualize your data, and these tools that you have is going to help you with um, you extracting the data and giving you insight of what's going to be the best way to move forward. It's going to give you informed information, again, to help you with making great decisions when data is coming in and ingesting. Because again, different departments require different things, and depending on the department, it may be um, more efficient or more effective, more important for the accounting department to receive the data before the marketing team or before the sales team, right? And not that they're not important, it may be a timing issue where they need certain numbers, okay? The faceted search allows users to filter search resulting using multiple facets and categories, right? Which enhances the search precision. Just makes it easier. It may be very specific inquiries in the data search that you're looking for, and you'll be able to put in very specifically what you're looking for versus a general search for accounting numbers. Accounting numbers for what? Accounting numbers for the month of March. Okay. Accounting numbers for the month of March. For which year? Accounting numbers for the month of March 2024. Okay. Accounting numbers for the month of March 2024 on March 6th. Oh, it got very granular, didn't it? So that's to give you an idea, an example of what you would look for and the power of this particular tool. Okay. Geospatial search provides the ability to search databases, geographic locations. You may want this March 6th data in Texas. Okay. Um, now, you don't want it just for Texas. Just the United States versus France. Let's see how the data, uh, I would say, marketing went. Looking at how much data went in the US versus France, that they have good sales in France versus the USA in March on the 6th, and just seeing, okay, what was happening at that particular time. Were there a festival? Was there special events? What were there concerts happening? So that's how you would basically kind of gauge it and use it for your benefit as a team, manager, engineers, management, executives, of how you would basically read that data, how it would come across a benefit for you to make a decision on the next big move, the next big push, the next big product. Okay, because that's what you're thinking about. Again, the real-time drag and drop dashboards makes it friendly user interface to where if there's information that you have, you can just take it from your desktop, your file folder, whatever, and just drop it for functionality, for building and customizing dashboards without coding. Okay, you want certain information that's going to help benefit you right now. Okay, you want interactive time series analysis. When data come in, that time series is going to give you certain insights. Uh, these insights is basically tools to help you analyze data over time, identify certain trends, certain patterns, so that way, um, if some type of anomaly shows up, you can identify that, okay, that wasn't there before, or that's not normal, or the data was flowing very well. And then we had a spike. Why did it spike? So it helps you with identifying real time analysis, right? Interactive exploration with the data. Users can interact with time series data, zooming in on specific periods, dynamic adjusting parameters with your data. Okay, again, how you use and what you need of that data, you can set specific parameters to give you exactly what you're looking for. It helps you to identify with that. So you're not just getting a big, let's say, spreadsheet, if you will, of just data. And it's just data. The data that you're looking for is in there, but you have all these other numbers and facts and figures that you don't really want that. So this helps bring that down with data ingestion and governance. Basically, help you manage putting certain things and parameters, again, parameters together to make it efficient for ingesting the data and data sets, and helping with you manage the data quality properly, right? Um, Compliance and security. This basically helps you ensure data sets adhere to the governance and the board of rules and policies and security protocols, the protection, the sensitive information that you would need, right? So you want to be able to have those security parameters in place to help you perform well, manage the data, receive the data, and just gravitate your data and move it and manage it into a good wholesome place where, again, you can communicate to management, and when you're communicating to management, help you and them make great decisions on what's the next step that we want to do with this data, or how is the data functioning, how is the data flowing. So that's another good thing with discovering and visualizing your data. Next, let's talk about building, sharing, and annotation of the dashboards, right? So with the AI Lifecycle, this will help you with collaboration. And as I've shared with you guys before, I believe collaboration is a good, strong part of building a good team, of getting ideas and thoughts from your fellow teammates, from others, things that you don't know about, because you don't know everything. You don't want to know everything. You want to be able to hone in and utilize and grow with team members that have expertise in different areas than you. Okay, so basically you want to help with users build the dashboard cohesively, as a collaboration, as a collaborative effort, so that way everyone can see how to use the dashboard and benefit from it, and everybody will go to the dashboard and utilize the dashboard because their input of what they need for their department is on that dashboard. Okay, you will be able to share different ideas, different thoughts across the teams and help build the dashboard with the specific features that everyone is needing, their comments, their insights. And of course, you can have customization of the dashboards to fit what each and every fellow person, department head, department users, tailored for their usage. So that way, whatever the business needs are, the business requirements are, it can be shared and customized and enhanced for usability and relevance. Okay. So with this will also help with the enhanced data accessibility. When you have a good dashboard, it makes it easier for others to use it, to find what they're looking for, to access it frequently, right? And what they're looking for, the data is relevant and pertinent to everybody and very specifically for that department, right? It again, having a good dashboard improves decision making, real time, getting real time information. If you need something quickly, it will help you interact um, and grab and move according to good data analysis and allow you to be able to speak or share when something good is happening. If the numbers show and spike that a specific product spiked and showed great sales and accomplishments, look, everyone, this product actually went above and beyond what we expected. Went above and beyond what we expected. You can take that time to have a short little celebration, a small little celebration, because you know the expected end is that, especially if bonuses are done by sales, the sales team will definitely want that information and be happy knowing that we can celebrate knowing that this product is doing well and we can expect 100% of our bonus, 110% of our bonus, 120, 30% of our bonus, however they have it set up. Okay. Efficient data management basically helps with proper data set ingestion and again, governance, um, to make sure that the governance is of the data is proper, is communicated well with the collaboration among team members. That communication will basically be able to be spread and shared, via emails, via messaging, via Zoom meetings, if you will. So efficient data management helps with proper data set ingestion and make things reliable. Okay. Accountability. Accountability is always good with a good data board showing good visualization, um, the time series analysis. Again, how long did it take? That's always important. How fast can we get it? How fast is it moving? Um, and basically help you make action items, right? To be able to share, especially with complex data. Okay, with discovery dashboards, um, and visualization tools, it helps you again with great collaboration, unlocking thoughts and ideas to help get the full potential of specific data and analysis tools to help with your department, your group, or your organization. Um, by implementing good dashboard discovery and visualization is going to help implement comprehensive search capabilities, real-time dashboard analysis, again, robust data for governance, to help with the business decisions, accessibility, improve overall the fostering of collaboration with other team members, with the other organization, and ultimately driving great communication and outcomes for further discussion of utilizing your products and innovation with how specific products are utilizing and working across the board for the department. Okay. So in our next application of AI, artificial intelligence life cycle, we want to talk about model productionization. Okay. What this means, what we're going to talk about is auto testing, deploy machine learning. We're going to talk about reusable and versionized model store, PTorch, TensorFlow, R, Spark, Silkheat, okay? Security, logging, and rate limiting. So let's get into it. So with model productionization involves the process of deploying machine learning modules into production environments. This will help with um, value receiving, making productions, and driving automating actions. Those are some of the features, right? So, auto test and deploy machine learning is basically implementing automated test processes to make sure that the model accuracy and performance perform well in your deployments. Continuous deployments, which normally you have CI, CD, continuous integration, continuous deployment, enable continuous integration and deployment pipelines, right? To streamline this process properly will help you get the best uh, abilities with your data modules and development to production. Okay. Number two, I would say reusable version and model store. Model reusability basically helps um, with repository uh, storage, where you can easily grab and access specific data models, reusing them, and helping with specific projects. And it's very important to have version control because let's say you using different modules maintaining in history, uh, databases, you're using multiple fixes, if you will. You need to have version control because let's say in the specific version number 3, it worked extremely well. When you get to number 5, version 5 or version 6, certain things didn't work well and you need to fix it. Oh, okay, what version last worked well that did what we wanted it to do? And let's say 5 and 6 broke something. You can go back to version 3 and say, okay, version 3 worked. Let's implement version 3 again and then do the fixes from version 3 again to see if this would work. And that's where version control comes into play, which will allow the teams to track the changes, roll back any previous versions, and ensure productivity is continuously moving forward, right? You want to have good support for multiple frameworks. So in this, you want to be able to use Spark, SickKit, TensorFlow, PyTorch. These provide capabilities for multiple popular machine learning frameworks to accommodate diverse development preferences that meets the needs of that particular framework, that particular data module, uh, to help with ensuring modules are developed in different frameworks, depending on which one you're going to use, can help you deploy basically and manage data efficiently and effectively. That's basically what it's there for. I would say number 4 is security logging and rate limiting. Okay, and I've shared this on just about all of my videos with data movement, data gestion, in my tech talks, how important security is. And security is is it's a robust measurement that helps protect modules, data, um, access controls, which includes encryption. And we've talked about the encryption of data and the importance of having encryption keys. Okay. So you want to be able to have good logging and maintain detailed logs of models that predicts and operates for monitoring, troubleshooting, auditing processes and purposes. You want to have a rate limit, control the number of requests to the model to prevent overloading and ensure stable performances are being done um, with this rate limit. All right. So that way, as it's moving forward, you're not getting an overload. Up, as getting to a certain point, slow it down. It will automatically do that for you so that your data don't get bottlenecked within the pipeline. Okay. So this will help you with improved efficiency, help with improved automation and testing. So when data is getting deployed, that whole process is reduced, um, with any errors, with any problem with speeds and time to market, if you will. Um, so that way, again, time to market, the time that you expect data to come through and allow you to be able to produce products in the market quicker, swifter, faster, and have you to be able to uh, sell more products in a quicker time, which of course help your department, help your organization make more money. Okay, so having that great flexibility of efficiency with data, you will have multiple frameworks, as I've just mentioned, that helps you with the flexibility, that helps you with ensuring that the data is streaming across um, the pipelines with the best tools for that particular department, that particular organization, that particular amount of data. So it all depends on, again, which which framework you're using. If you're going to use PyTorch, TensorFlow, R, or Spark, this gives you the flexibility and increases the security reliability when implementing these particular measures and helping you with, again, rating the limit, helping you with the sensitive data, helping you with maintaining compliance, issues for auditing, and complexities issues with great large amounts of data, and giving you basically reliable model performance is what you want. And when you're getting great reliable performance, it helps to be able to provide the best monitoring and maintenance possible within the system. It gives you great details of logging and version control, where you're able to facilitate the data easier. When you're monitoring it, you're able to find out when certain things are happening. You're able to get the um, information back quickly. So if there's any maintenance that needs to be done, any troubleshooting that needs to be done, you can fix these in real time in production, right? So modeling productionization basically helps with efficiency and crucial real time value within machine learning. It helps with production improvement in the whole organization within your environment, right? It helps with great automation, great testing, uh, great deployment, maintaining and reusable version controls in the model store, and supporting multiple frameworks. These multiple frameworks that I mentioned before, the the PyTorch, the TensorFlow, the R, the Spark, the Scikit, those frameworks basically ensure robust security, logging, and rate limiting for your organization. Okay? So just keep that in mind when you're using them. Those different frameworks are there, and you pick and choose which one works best for you and your organization to move good, clean, efficient data as quickly as possible, as accurately as possible. Okay? Now, next we're going to talk about operations. Operations are portal and single sign-on operations when you're logging in. Okay? Container orchestration, live monitoring, and authentication, authorization, and audit, right? So we want to talk about these features in the operations because they help keep management very efficient. They help maintain a smooth running and secure of operating your applications. When you're accessing specific application, these operations will help with great service for production environments, testing environments as well. Some of the key features, I will mention the SSO, the single sign-on portal, right? So this is where you have centralized access, providing a unified portal for accessing specific services or all services for a specific application. Okay. This enhances users' experience and reduces complexity when it's time to sign on. They know which application they want to access. They want to be able to just go to that particular application, access it, and then get the information, get the data that they're looking for. So with that, the single sign-on allows users to authenticate once and gain access to multiple applications that are within that service realm, right? Without re-entering credentials and re-entering key passwords, but this helps with improving security and convenience, okay? So, container orchestration. Container orchestration consists of automated management, okay? It uses tools like Kubernetes to automate the deployment, scaling, and management of containerized applications. Now, when I first started working with containerized application on a specific project, it was very complex. It was very complicating um, because we, again, had customized. applications, customized coding. So we were running to issues, getting things containerized. Um, you We were trying to use big data, Hadoop, Kafka, Kubernetes, and we basically had to basically slow down, take one bite of the elephant at a time, and check the coding, make sure we put one piece in at a time to make sure that for a specific Kubernetes project, that the deployment flowed flawlessly when it came to the automation piece. We were able to scale up and scale down once we were able to get it working. The scalability helped us easily scale particular applications that we were using up or down based on the demand that this department was going to use or was utilizing, and making sure that they were able to continuously function well in what they were doing, and basically ensure confidence and efficiency with that department to be able to use their application, use the resources of operation and containerization um, on a high level. So it performed continuously on a high level. Okay. So that was something that was very helpful and beneficial for us, to where we were able to just slow it down. Because when you're getting to doing these new data modules and using these functionalities and features to move big data, don't try to go so fast. Slow down long enough to do things efficiently. Okay, that's just a tip from my experience to you. Okay, so next I would say live monitoring. The containerization helped us with real time live monitoring to track the performance of the data, the performance and health of the application. It helped with the infrastructure real time of how it was growing and expanding and being utilized with data. And of course, always having alerts and notifications in place to help you and help the team be notified of any issues that may come up, any anomalies, any uh, bottlenecks, if you will, that may come and show up with your interaction with the data movement application, making sure it functions the way that it should function. Okay. Now let's talk about the AAA, not the insurance, the AAA: authentication, authorization, and audit. Okay. So authentication, forgive me, um, this is to verify the identity of users assessing the system, ensuring only authorized individuals, authorized personnel can log into specific applications. All right. This authorization basically is put in place to help with controls, to help with resources and operations users can access based on their roles and their permissions. IAM with AWS sets specific roles and permissions very well. You can go in, you can log in, you can see who can be a power user, access to certain roles and permissions. And according to that, it helps you manage and control authorization. Okay. So, with that being in place, it also helps you with auditing, with audits. So, maintain a detailed log of users' activities, who goes into the system, when they go into the system operations. It helps with monitoring the compliance and the forensic of providing great analysis of who goes into your particular system day in, day out, in specific times. Okay. If anything goes wrong, if something seems unusual, abnormal, um, a real live example. I was printing some documents for another department. I was helping them with architectural design. Okay, and I'm printing out, I would say, a little bit large number of data for that particular day that I didn't normally, I would say, print that much data. And I was printing so I can pass out documents for the team because I'm teaching. Okay. And so as I'm teaching this department and getting things ready, and I called a meeting in the conference room because, again, I'm providing architectural structured design of what we were going to be building for a new database and new architecture and what it would look like and who's going to do what. And several team members, um, I wanted them to have what I knew as a teaching perspective. Yeah, I could have sent it in a soft copy, but I wanted them to be able to take the time to look at it on paper and go back and forth and write notes. Um, as a teacher, that's what I do. So after it was all said and done, I received uh, an IM message saying, "Hey, Johnny, you have a few minutes? Uh, Give me a call." So I gave this particular person a call, and it was one of the security managers. Now, I'm an executive, I'm a VP for the company, and they want to know, "Hey, Johnny, we noticed a large number of print documents and certain things that you were going." They didn't know exactly what I was doing. They just saw from a monitoring perspective, there was a spike that alerted security. And so in this process, it was like, "Okay, tell us what happened, if you will." I was like, "Oh, sure. Um, yeah, I printed out some documents. I'm teaching this other department how to improve their databases, and I provided architecture designs and diagrams to share with them to help them move forward." And they were like, "Oh, okay, okay. We just saw a spike and letting me know that, again, according to my ID, there was a certain spike um, that triggered an alert." And it wasn't an alarm alert. It was just an alert that, hey, there was a spike. Check the data. Something happened. Um, and that was part of their job. And there was no harm, no foul, no love lost, nothing like that. It was their right and their job and their duty to basically help identify what happened, right? So again, that was another real live um, transition and experience that I had and I worked with, and you may run into the same thing. Again, with once you get these new tools put in place, there's heightened security, heightened alerts that are there to help you, to help give you a better user experience, right? And in these, again, the alerts and SSO, streamline access with these applications and spikes and stuff like that. It helps reduce the fatigue of logging in, um, help you with not having to keep logging into this application, logging into that application, logging in to receive access to this amount of data. It helps with improving productivity, if you will. Okay, so container orchestration helps with automation. It helps with the management of applications in the containers. It helps with ensuring efficiency and, again, scalability and, again, security. All right. So proactive issue resolution, it helps with live monitoring, providing real-time insights and alerts, enabling proactivity. It helps with identification of the users, of the issue at hand to help you bring quick results, right? Of regarding what is happening with a specific user, something that may impact a user. where they can't get access. Okay, why are they not able to get access? This is supposed to be helping them. Well, with the monitoring and and accessibility, security will be able to quickly manage and identify what the issue is and specific person. Like in my case, they were able to quickly identify, hey, it's Johnny Sanders. Hey, check to see what's going on with him. Let's see what's happening. Something happened with him today at this time with this usage with his ID. Let's find out what happened with him. So it helped with improving strong authentication, identify authorization for me in my case. And again, for an audit perspective, they were able to check with me, find out what the issue was, and they had a reasonable answer that they can put for an auditing purpose in place to say this is what caused the spike on this day and this time. Johnny explained it. We can move on, right? So it helps with securing and compliant with regulations while providing accountability through specific detailed logs, right? So operations with container orchestration, it's a critical resource and help with modern application environment. This helps with leveraging centralized portals with SSO, container orchestration, live monitoring, and comprehensive um, authentication, authorization, and audits. This helps with extreme uh, security, scalability, and efficiently throughout the whole organization. And we were able to utilize and capitalize on this particular tool's features. All right. And this helped us with staying compliant and utilizing the container orchestration till its full capacity. And we did. Okay. So next, and I would say probably lastly, is modeling and experimentation. So machine learning and data mining, you may have heard that term. Train and debug on CPUs and GPUs. Natural language and understanding. Performance machine learning at scale. Okay, so I'll go into this lightly enough to where I give you a good blueprint. And of course, if you need to go into a deeper dive of utilizing these particular models, please go for it. Don't be afraid of it. Jump in, utilize the data that and the information that I've shared with you to just continuously grow and learn more in AI. So, in this particular modeling experimentation, some key components in development for, I would say, advanced machine learning solutions is data mining, algorithm implementation, right? So it utilizes a wide range of machine learning algorithms for specific classifications, for regression testing, for clustering, and a whole lot more. So data mining is very helpful. Data mining extracts valuable insights of data from large data sets using data mining techniques to uncover patterns and relationships within that particular data, right? So once data mining starts and configures what those patterns and relations are, it'll help give you a good lineage of learning patterns. And when that dashboard pulls up, it'll be able to show and share with you what the data has been doing, how the algorithm will be able to be showed and that the data was used in a certain pattern and what relationship that data has with other data, right? So it makes it easier for you to just utilize what you have. Okay. So um, you want to be able to train and debug on CPUs and GPUs, flexible training options. That's what modeling helps with. So it supports training and debugging of models on both CPUs and GPUs, allowing the flexibility based on the complexity and size of the data. The performance optimization of this data leverage the parallel processing capabilities of GPUs to accelerate training timelines and improve efficiency. Okay, so National Language Understanding, NLU, National Language and Understanding. Uh, this is text analysis, implementing NLU techniques to analyze and interpret human language, right? So it enables applications such as chat bots, um, text messaging, sentimental analysis, language translation to basically help you contextualize and understand different languages. It helps you to develop different models if you're developing models in a way that can help you understand the context and basically what other different types of nuances of languages that come across that basically gets pushed out to provide more accurate and meaningful interactions with machine and human beings, if you will. Okay. So performance machine learning at scale. So of course, you want to be able to have great scalability to move up and to move down, ensuring that machine learning modules can handle large scales of data coming in, high traffic volumes of data that's hitting your environment, that's hitting your organization without any type of degradation, any type of dragging, any type of slowness. You don't want to be able to start using uh, large amounts of data, get into the thick of things, and then you have even larger amounts of data coming in, and your system just can't handle it. You don't want to get into that bad aspect of data movement, data modeling, data management, right? So you want to be able to have systems in place that scales up and scales up efficiently. Once you're able to get into a good data modeling experiment with machine learning and AI, you want to be able to have distributed training. You want to be able to utilize distributed training computing frameworks to train others across multiple machines, across multiple data modules, um, accurately, expeditiously, and scalability. Okay. You want to be able to enhance the analytical capabilities of machine learning data, machine learning data mining, enable the discovery of hidden patterns and insights because there are going to be patterns and insights that you don't necessarily foresee that are interacting, especially large organizations. When you're using a lot of data, a lot of departments, a lot of applications, you never know what department is using what application until you get into the crux of data um, delivery and data driven um, data mining and making certain decisions according to what you've learned. Again, I've shared with when I've worked with on specific applications where we were going to dissolve a certain application, and in my discovery and research found that that particular application was being utilized by multiple teams, um, that this other department had no idea that other departments was utilizing this same application, and so we couldn't dissolve the application totally. We basically had to remove that particular department from that application, but kept the application in place, and then did a deeper dive and discussion to see if that application still was relevant enough to keep it in use, or should we upgrade that particular application um, to move forward with um, a decision that's going to improve the company, improve the organization, which we did. And that was something that we were able to grow from, learn from, and move forward. So it helped with improving the efficiency of that particular application. Okay. So training on GPUs and CPUs basically is something that you want to be able to do, because this is going to help you move faster with model development and debugging and reducing certain products to the market, certain products to production. Okay. You want to be able to just put yourself in a good place and be confident that what you've produced is efficient and ready for the market and will sell well. Okay. Advanced language processing with NLU capabilities basically helps with enhance um, within the system. It helps the ability within the system to interact with other users, and it comes across naturally and intuitively to where their user experience is like, oh, okay, I asked for information on bacon and apple pie. I got information on bacon and apple pie. Good, simple. It seems simple to the user. Behind the scenes, it's a little bit more complex, but that's what the advanced language processing does and helps make things move in a good, fashionable way, right? So, scalability and performance, of course, with scaling up and down with machine learning, helps with improved solutions across the board. It helps with ensuring that these specific data models perform efficiently and um, constructually across the data sets uh, that is utilized for high performance, high demand, large scalable data modules in different types of scenarios. It helps with the building of the business, supporting of the departments, the growth of departments, and continuously allow the, the I would say the IT department specifically to have reliability and confidence from the business that what types of products that they put out works and works well for them. They are comfortable utilizing it and using it in a large scale way. Okay. So effective uh, data modeling with AI produces a great experiment for the users. It's crucial for developing robust, scalable machine learning. It helps to provide great solutions for the developer, the users, the everyone involved. Everyone that's involved will be able to leverage the machine learning and data mining techniques, the support of training that it provides, and implement the natural language and understanding of this language across the board, which ensures that the more they utilize this machine learning, the performance of the machine learning gets more comfortable, gets easier, gets utilized more efficiently. Okay. So they will be able to use it in a more productive manner, which I will cause your data to scale up. Okay. The more they utilize it, it will scale up, but it's built to scale up. It has the support for scalability and efficient operation. So you look forward to that. You look forward to using um, the artificial intelligence and machine learning to help you, to help your business, to help your organization grow in a way that you are pleased and satisfied and confident in your data, confident in your ability to utilize, learn, and scale according to what AI has allowed us to be able to use thus far. And there's more to come with artificial intelligence. There's more usage with the data, interacting with humans, learning behaviors. There's more to come with AI. Okay. Thank you for joining me today with this topic, AI life cycle. And I hope you've learned quite a bit, learned a lot, and feel more comfortable and have a better understanding of what AI can be utilized for in a positive manner. Okay. So don't be afraid to to jump in and start utilizing AI. And again, take one small bite of the elephant, one bite at a time. So that way you can grow and learn and grasp and get comfortable with this particular subject matter. Okay? So again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, please share so that way we can help more people and grow. All right? Thank you so much for watching Johnny Sanders. Thank you for watching Truth in Life. And as I always say, let's be good, ladies and gentlemen. Let's dare to be great. I welcome you. I thank you. I'll see you next time.